Okay, this is homework, agree? Okay, page 23, question 21. Okay, we discuss this first. Which of the following is correct? Okay, and if you go through the options here, A, B, C, and D, they keep mentioning profit and capital, right? Okay, profit, capital, profit, capital, profit, capital. Okay, so you have to understand the relationship between these two items. And you can understand this by observing what you have for the SOFP. Okay, what you have for the SOFP. In the capital section, you see profit for the year is always added to the capital section, right? Okay, hello, Annabelle. We are discussing the homework right now. So profit for the year will always be added to the capital section, right? So it's going to make capital increase. It's going to make capital increase. Therefore, for that answer, for that question, okay, where is it again? Yeah, this one. Okay, page 23. So for this question, answer is A. Agree? Profit increases capital. And if you're wondering whether the single word profit means profit for the year or not, yes, it's the same thing. Wherever you see profit, the single word profit, it must be referring to profit for the year. Okay, if you have been through this subject enough, you will understand this. Okay, profit means profit for the year. For gross profit, you must always have the gross in front. Okay, therefore, the single word profit would never be gross profit. Okay, it's referring to profit for the year. Remember, gross profit and profit for the year, both of them are in the income statement. Okay, so answer is A. And then I also told you to try this, right? Statement of financial position. Okay, so hope you have done. Okay, if you have done, you have attended the question. And when I'm discussing, it would make more sense to you. Okay. Okay. Now let's see how to do this. I've guided you on doing this, but I've not shown you the answers. Okay. I remember I walked through the items with you. Okay, identifying what is each item, right? What is each item? Okay, let's do this together. No, I do it for you. Okay, you see. Okay, because you should have done it. So SOFP, statement of financial position. You know, it's easy to prepare, right? It's quite easy to prepare. Just follow the accounting equation, A equal to C plus L. So the heading, copy from the line highlighted in light blue, statement of financial position, at April 2026. No worries. In the exam, all this would have been given to us. And then the dollar sign, okay, the dollar sign. Okay, so let's start. Okay, starting with the asset section. The asset section, right? Non-current assets. Between NCA and CA, you must start with NCA first. Okay, so pick up all the NCA. Premises, motor vehicles, equipment, anything else? No more. Okay, pick up their numbers. Okay, so remove the numbers after you have used them. Okay, you would appreciate it later. It would make your work more efficient. Okay, cross off any numbers you have used. Okay, now done with the NCA section, total it up. Total up all the numbers for the NCA. 143000. Okay, write it down here. Don't have to write anything on the left. Okay, don't have to write anything on the left. Okay, continue. Current assets. Current assets. Draw a line for this. Okay, so find out, pick up all the current assets. I see trade receivables, cash, inventory. What else? I don't think there's any more CA. Okay, no more current assets. Okay, I'm not too sure if your school teacher has given you a specific way of arranging the current assets or not. Okay, there's a way of arranging the current assets in the section here. Okay, and it is something that you have to follow if you are doing accounting for higher level, maybe Cambridge A level, or you are in the college or uni. Okay, you do a subject known as accounting. Then there's a way you arrange the current assets here. I mean, there's a sequence. There's a sequence to arrange all these current assets. But for IGCSE, it doesn't matter. Okay, however you arrange them, whether cash come first or inventory come first or trade receivables come first, it doesn't matter. You would not get extra or fewer marks. It doesn't matter. Okay, so don't have to care. Oh, yeah. Annabelle, you told me last week that you went for the school exam, right? Yeah. For every one of you, if you have any accounting papers that you have done with your school, you can send to me. Okay, I can have you have a look at the papers. Then I can try to give you some advice, okay, as to the mistakes. Okay, now remove this. Pick up the numbers 9420 50. Okay, finish. Okay, so once I see a range of numbers having been used, I'll make a sate here. Okay, to make it look clearly that they have been used. Total up the current assets. Okay, this kind of fashion should be easy. Okay. If nowadays your school teacher is doing those complex topics with you, you have to hold on. Okay, you have to be patient here. We will be there soon. Okay, we will be doing those complex topics soon. Because your exam is in 2023, we really have plenty of time here. So write total assets. Okay, done with the asset section. We now continue on to the capital section. Do you need to leave a row of blank row? No, don't have to. Okay, not necessarily. It's not necessary to leave a blank row here. And better not to leave any blank row because who knows, you may have not enough space when you are near the end, right? Okay, so sometimes the examiner give you a lot of extra space which you don't need to use. Sometimes they give you limited amount of space, making you writing the answers within a restricted area. Okay, so better to save some area here. Don't leave any blank row. Then you write capital, subheading, opening capital. Okay, the other day I told you that when you see the figure of capital in the question, that is always the opening. That's always the opening. Okay, only when you have done the SOFP, then only you get to know what is the closing capital, right? So logically, the capital given to us is the opening capital. Okay, don't forget to take 8650. Any of you who have attended this question, I think one of the possible mistakes you have made is having left out the 8650 profit for the year. Okay, not sure any of you make this mistake because it's a very, very common mistake by all my students, especially those who are new to the subject. Okay, so put in add profit for the year, 8650. Okay, is there drawing? Okay, once you have used it, cross it off. There's drawing, right? Single word drawings appear here. Okay, single word drawings appear here. Common mistake made by students. Students tend to take these drawings, put it into the income statement. In the income statement, that drawing is drawings of goods alone. Okay, it's only drawings of goods that goes into the income statement. Single word drawings here appears here. So less drawings 7100. Okay. Okay. Now done with the capital section, we can now do some calculation here to get the closing capital. Okay. Now let's continue. So we are done with the asset section. We are done with the capital section. Now lastly, the liability section, because A equals to C plus L, right? So now liabilities, always go and see whether you have NCL or not, non-current liability. Okay, if you don't have, then you skip the NCL section. But I see one here, loan repayable 20-9. I still remember the other day, last week I told you to determine, right, whether it is NCL or CL. Okay, and then some of you told me it is current liability. Okay, so to know whether it's an NCL or CL, look at the year in which you should repay it. Okay, the year in which you repay it is 20-9, which is 3 years later. Okay, 2 to 3 years later, more than 1 year from now. So NCL. Okay, write the subheading, non-current liabilities. Loan repayable 20-9, 20,000 put here. Okay, why I put it to the rightmost? Because there is only one NCL, and the 20,000 also represents total NCL. That's why I can put it to the rightmost. Okay, and for current assets, why I put them onto the left dollar column? Because I want to be able to show the total current assets here, 22120. Okay, get the idea? Okay, and then current liabilities, you have two, right? Two current liabilities. So begin with the subheading, current liabilities. Draw a line for this. Bank overdraft. Trade payables. Okay. Why I put into the left dollar column? Because I want to be able to show the total current liabilities on the right. 23570. Okay. We can now total up the capital and liabilities. So total up these three figures, then you can get the C plus L figure. Should be the same as the total assets. Let's see. Okay, good. I managed to get the same figure as total assets. So this situation is known as balance. The SOFP is now balanced. The statement of financial position is now balanced. If you don't manage to balance it, don't worry. Maybe it's maybe due to just one or two small mistakes. Okay, and don't try to spend too much time in finding out why you cannot balance it. I mean, when you are in the exam, okay, when you are in the exam, because time management is very important in the exam. If you spend too much time trying to look through everything again to see where you make mistake and causing the SOFP to be imbalanced, you may not have enough time to finish the whole paper, really. Okay, unless you have gone through the entire exam paper and you couldn't balance this SOFP, then you can do so. Okay, you can go find out where you make mistake in this SOFP, trying to balance it. My point is time management is important, okay, in the exam. So here, right, total capital and liabilities. When you cannot balance it, it doesn't mean you get 0 mark, okay? Every line here would gain you some mark, okay? Every line here that you did correctly would gain you some mark. Okay, so finish. When you're done with correction, let me know done in the chat box. And then we move on to the next question. Should be easy, yeah? This is still entry level kind of question. Zoom out. Okay. Zoom out means making it smaller. You agree? You want to make it smaller? Or bigger? Okay. That's zoom in. Okay. That's zoom in. The other way around. Okay. Let me zoom in. Yeah. No worries. Okay. If you want to look at the upper section, let me know. I can scroll up for you. Okay, good. Patient is done. The rest, I wait for your confirmation. Oh, Naima wants to make it smaller. Okay, that's zoom out. Okay, that's zoom out. And okay, like this. Okay, good, Jason. Good, Annabelle. Let's wait for Naima. Okay, well done, everyone. Okay, so would you see such a question in the actual IGCSE exam? No. Okay, you would not. Because that they would not just test you on doing a complete SOFP. They may ask you to do some calculations here and there. Let's say they may want you to find profit for the year yourself. They may want you to find the motor vehicles figure yourself and so on. Okay, in the actual exam, it will not be that simple because this question is meant for you to just practice how to do SOFP. Okay, now let's see the next one. Any other homework that I told you to try? Yeah, this one. Okay, this question answers here is closing inventory. Here is closing inventory. Okay, you may have a question. Why not purchases returns? Okay, why not purchases returns? Inside the cost of sales section, we do have purchases returns, right? And we minus purchase returns here. But is there a must to have purchases returns item? No, right? When you are satisfied with all the supplier's items, so you would never get to return goods back to the supplier. So it's not a must-have item here. Not to say that it's wrong to put the answer here, but that's not what they look for. Closing inventory instead is the must-have item here. Okay, because at the end of the year, you should have some inventory left. Then you minus closing inventory. Okay, so the answer is this. This is what they are looking for. Revenue, next one, revenue minus cost of sales equal to gross profit. Agree? Okay. The money that you manage to get from customer minus the spendings on getting the goods from supplier. Gross profit is how much you earn from selling the goods. Cost of goods sold is also fine. Okay. Cost of goods sold is also fine. Synonym, right? Cost of sales means cost of goods sold. Profit for the year, it is gross profit here. Common mistake from students. Common mistake from students is writing other income. Okay, they wrote other income. But if you try to check the calculation in the income statement, when you take other income to minus expenses, I don't think you will get profit for the year. Okay, so always check the calculation as well. When you take other income minus expenses, you won't get profit for the year. Okay, so the answer here is gross profit. Okay, so I'm mentioning common mistake. Okay, common mistake made by students. Okay, it should not be other income here. Okay, now see the next one. This one is also your homework, I remember. Okay, so because I have the date written here, so I know. Okay, If I have not written the date, then I would have forgotten. Because I have more than 50 number of online students, I will not be able to remember if I don't record down what I have done for every lesson. Okay, I always record down my whatever I've done with you, I will record down in this big table. Okay, now come have a look at this. Graham question on Graham. This question, they ask us to do both income statement and SOFP. They ask us to do both income statement and SOFP. Balance sheet is SOFP, right? The other day I told you about it. Okay, let me erase the answers on the right hand side of my screen. Okay, to let me have the space to write the answer. Okay, so follow the 3 rules when you do such a question. First rule, cross off any numbers that you have used. Second rule, you should do some underlining here so that you would not take the wrong numbers. Because sometimes you could have parallax error. Parallax error means, let's say your answering error is on the right of your table, your question is on the left of your table. When you look at the question, your eyes could be slanted and you may take the wrong number. Okay, I've seen many careful students making such mistakes, really. Okay, so for safety purposes, draw lines like this. Okay, I have been through enough accounting exams to understand this is a very common mistake. Okay, so draw lines like this, it helps you out a lot. Okay, and then third rule is what? Third rule is classification. Okay, you tag every item here, you classify and tag every item here before you start, so that you will not face a situation like, okay, I'm now finished, I'm now done with the cost of sales section. Okay, I've calculated the gross profit. Then only you realize that you left out something before the gross profit. Okay, so in that situation, what do? You can squeeze into it, but it will not look nice. Okay, so by doing the classification in advance, you can avoid that problem. Okay, let's do it classification. Some items here go into the income statement. Some items here go into the SOFP, right? So have to know the formatting very well. Then you would do the classification correctly. First one, equipment rental. Equipment is an NCA, but when you have the rental word behind, it means that you are paying for rent. You are renting the equipment, which is an expense. Okay, you don't own it. You don't own the equipment. Instead, you rent it. Okay, so you write E. E stands for expense. If you wish to, you can also write IS on the other side, indicating that you should put into the income statement expenses section. Okay, this is what I usually do. It makes our life easier. Insurance, EIS. Next one, EIS. I do it slightly faster, yeah. So the first 3, all of them are expenses that goes into the income statement. Motor expenses. Motor expenses mean petrol, toll fees, okay? Petrol, toll fees, repairs, okay? All these are motor expenses. It doesn't mean buying motor vehicle here, okay? It's petrol. Salaries and wages means you pay salaries and wages to your workers, okay? Which is also a spending of your business. Okay, now continue. Sales is the first item in the income statement. Purchases inside the income statement cost of sales section. Sundry expenses inside the income statement expenses section. Okay, you see, it's helping out a lot, right? When you see all the IS there, meaning when you do the income statement, you focus on the items you have tagged with the IS, right? Lorry is an NCA. Okay, so you write NCA in the SOFP. Lorry means motor vehicle, but it's okay to copy and paste the term that they use here. They write lorry, you write lorry. Okay, they give you lorry, the word lorry, you write lorry into the SOFP. Trade payables, SOFP, current liability, current asset, NCA, Remember fixtures? Okay, as fixtures I've explained it in the part 1. If your eyes are sharp and fast, you can also do something like this. All these belong to SOFP. Okay, but unless you couldn't see that quickly, then it's okay to identify one by one. Okay, it's okay because you are just a beginner here. Unless you have done income statement many times. Shop is NCA, bank means money in the bank. Drawings appears in the SOFP capital section. And when you see capital, it must be referring to opening capital in the capital section of SOFP. Okay, so one more item which many students keep forgetting to take is the last line here because it's outside the list. So students tend to have left out that figure. What inventory is this? This is closing inventory. How do I know? Because they have stated here year end being 30th June 2018. So inventory at the year end, what do we call it? We call it closing inventory. Okay, so just copy and paste the term that they use here. But you can also write closing inventory, up to you. Okay, you can write inventory at 30th June 2018, or you write it as a closing inventory. The figure is 293404. Remember, closing inventory, you have to use it 2 times. You have to use it 2 times. Okay, last week I told you before we dismiss. First time, use it in the income statement, cost of sales section. Another time, in the SOFP, current asset section. And I also told you that this question, there's no opening inventory. Sometimes you may not have opening inventory. Reason is, you could be first year in your business. That means you are running your business in the first year. You are first year in your operation of business. So when you have just started a business, your business should be empty, right? Okay. Imagine you have bought a shop, you are starting to run your business. Do you have anything in your shop? Of course, it's empty. Okay. You have to start to buy things, right? That's why first year of business, you won't have opening items. Okay. No opening inventory. Okay, now start to do this. We begin with income statement. You cannot be sleepy when you are doing this in the exam, okay? When you are very sleepy, you will have a very high chance of making mistake, really. Okay, for the heading here, I write in short form, yeah, IS, standing for income statement. Just like mathematics, if you are very sleepy in the exam hall, can you do carefully? Of course, no, okay? You would make plenty of mistakes, really. Unless you talk about English essay, writing English essay in the exam, I think it doesn't require as much attention as you need for mathematics or the accounting subject. Okay, dollar sign need to have 3, right? Okay, $3 sign. Okay, now I'm going to start focusing on numbers that should go into the IS. So begin with sales. Sales, what figure? 382420. You see, I can pick up number easily. Why? Because I have drawn the lines to put the numbers into batches. Okay, I can very easily see that this is sales. I can very easily see that this is sales. Okay, so write sales here. Okay, next, look for sales returns. Do you have sales returns? I don't see it. Is it necessary to have sales returns? No. Okay, not necessary. Okay, if you don't have sales returns, you don't have to show the net sales figure as well. Okay, if you have sales returns, you minus sales returns, then only you show net sales, right? Remember the sample? So here you can skip those, go straight to cost of sales section. Go straight to cost of sales section. Okay, let's see. Do you have opening inventory? No, we don't have, right? Don't write opening inventory and write 0 there. Okay, not necessary. You go straight to the next item, purchases. Purchases, where is purchases? 245,950. Okay. So do you have purchaser returns? There's no, right? There's also no carriage inward, right? There's also no drawings of goods, right? Okay. You see, in the sample of income statement, remember the sample? Okay. Remember purchases, I put the figure on the left dollar column, right? Okay. But since the question doesn't have purchaser returns, doesn't have drawings of goods, doesn't have carriage inward, that means I only have a figure here. Agree? I only have a figure in the left dollar column here. And there's no calculation to do, right? If you have drawings of goods, if you have purchaser returns or carriage inward, then there's some calculation to do. But for that question, we only have purchasers. We can put it into the middle column because there's only one figure. Get the idea? Okay. In the question that we are seeing just now, there's no purchase returns, there's no drawings of goods, there's no carriage inward. That's why I can put the purchases into the middle column. You would get used to it. Okay. The more questions you do, then you would know where to put them. Okay, purchases. Put that in. 245,950. 245,950. Okay. Next, anything else that should be in the cost of sales section? Closing inventory. Don't forget about the number that is outside the list. Okay, so the 29304. Less. So up to you. Okay, you want to write closing inventory or you write inventory at 30th June 2018. This is up to you. 29304. Okay. You see, this is simple, right? There are not many things here. 216646. Here you can write cost of goods sold. With or without this is actually fine. Okay, whether you want to write this or not, cost of goods sold is up to you. Okay, it would not it would not make a difference to how many marks you get. Now do a deduction, then you would know whether you have made some profit from selling your goods. Take the sales minus the cost of goods sold, 165774. Okay, correct. Okay, after that, don't forget to write the gross profit here. You must write the gross profit here. If you don't write the gross profit here, you will not get the mark for this number. Really. Okay. Okay. Then what else? Look at the question. See if you have other income. See if you have other income. You see, for the closing inventory, have I crossed off the number closing inventory 29304? No, I didn't cross off this because I need this again in the SOFP. So don't cross it off. If you cross it off right now, quite likely that you would forget that you have to take this once again into the SOFP, really. Okay, so don't cross off the closing inventory. You have to use it 2 times, right? Okay, now look for other income. Do you have other income in this question? I don't see any. Okay, so you can skip the entire other income section. Next will be the expenses section. So write less expenses. Okay, how many E are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there are 5 E there, right? Sorry, 6. Okay, 6 E there. 6 expenses. Okay, here I write short form. Okay, equipment rental. I just want to save time. Lighting and heating expenses. Motor expenses, salary and wages. But I don't mean that you can write short form in the exam. Okay, I just want to save the tuition time here. I would like to move on to other questions. So after that, take the figures, put it into the middle column. Make sure you copy the right figure. Okay. Once you cross them off, okay, when you see a chain of numbers having been used, chain them up with a satay. Okay. Okay. After that, what to do? You total up all the expenses, put the total on the right. 56288. Okay. And then you can get the last figure for the income statement. You will get a profit for the year. So take the gross profit minus this total expenses, 109,486. So here, write profit for the year. Okay, profit for the year. Okay, so yeah, I'm done with the income statement. I'm done with the income statement. For the SOFP, I don't think it's a big problem for you to finish off. So I'm going to show you the answer. Okay, please take a screenshot or you use your phone to take a photo of that SOFP. Okay, because if I do with you here, the SOFP, it's actually repetitive. It's actually repetitive because earlier I've shown to you the answer for one SOFP, right? So I don't intend to show you one once again. Okay, it's the same thing, just putting together a puzzle. So I'm going to pull out the answer. You take a screenshot or take a picture with your phone so you can check yourself. Okay, hold on, yeah, I go bring the answer. So our answer is correct, okay, 109,486. This was actually done by my student. Okay. And then the SOFP, this is the one. Okay, the one on the left is the full answer for the statement of financial position. Okay, this was also done by one of my students. Is correct. Okay, I wait for you. When you're done taking down this, okay, take a picture or screenshot, then you let me know. Okay, I let you check answers yourself for this. Okay, good patient. The rest I wait for your confirmation. Okay, good Naima, good Annabelle. Okay, good Jason. Okay, because I wish to spend the time more wisely with you. Okay, now done with the homework discussion, there is one kind of question that you need to learn how to do. Let me show you something first. You go to the note section, page 20, come to page 20. Okay, come to page 20. Today, I wish to finish off the part 2. Okay, and then the rest of the questions in this handout, they are your homework. Sorry, not your homework. The rest of the questions that I've not done with you, they are your extra questions to practice. Okay, and then I will also send you the full answers. Okay, as usual. After we have finished every part of the book, we will then I will send you the full answers. Okay, come to this page, page 20. Page 20. We are going to learn an equation that is very long. Okay, an equation that is very long. Okay, so you know that SOFP is constructed based on accounting equation, right? Where A equals to C plus L. Now we are going to learn how to expand that equation. So you may make use of any empty area. For me, I will write it here. Okay. Begin with the simplest equation. A equal to C plus L. You learn it in part 1. Okay, now we are going to expand it. Do you agree? Assets is made out of NCA plus CA. So go on and break it down. Okay, NCA plus CA equal. Now, here comes capital. We have to first understand what this capital is. Is this C opening or closing capital? Is this C, this letter C, is this opening or closing capital? You can easily know by looking at the numbers here. It is actually the closing capital. The C that is in the equation, that's closing capital. Because if you take this figure, 51540, you add up together with liabilities, that's how you can get the total capital and liabilities, right? Okay, so my point is, we can actually replace the closing capital with the four numbers above. Do you agree? The four numbers above, when you do some calculation with them, you will get this same figure, right? 51540. So now you see what I will do. The C, I'm going to replace it with, okay, write down together with me. Opening capital plus profit for the year minus drawings plus additional capital. Okay, because this closing capital can be arrived by doing calculation with these four numbers, which is what I showed to you here. Okay, that's how I can come up with this equation. So the A has been broken down into this. The C has been broken down into this. And then the L should be easy. You know what to do. We can break it down into NCL plus CL. So copy this down, this equation down. We are going to make use of this equation to solve certain questions. Okay, done. When you're done copying, let me know done in the chat box again. There's additional capital. Patient, there's additional capital. Okay, good. Everyone is done. One, two, three, four. Only four of you? Yeah, correct. Only four of you here. Okay, you are aware, right? Nowadays, I will send you the recorded video into a Google folder, Google Drive folder. Okay, I created a folder in my Google Drive and then I share with all of you. Whenever the lesson is done, I will send to you the video. Okay, the video. Okay, so this is lesson 1. We did lesson 1 on 1st October, lesson 2 on 8th of October, and then today is the 5th lesson. Today is the 5th lesson. Okay, so after I've recorded, I will upload into this folder. Okay, and I will also send you the answers into this folder. I will also send the answers into this folder. And for the part 1 we have done, right? So this is what I'm going to do. After today, I will also send the part 2 answers into it. Okay, so this is how I upload and let you access. Okay, and let you access. And I will always do some spring cleaning in my Google Drive once in a while. That means the more lessons you have done with me, the earlier lessons videos will tend to disappear because I've deleted them. Because my Google Drive is actually the free version. I don't buy Google Drive. Okay, so there's a 50 GB limit in my Google Drive. Okay, so the old videos will be deleted from time to time. Okay, so in case you are absent or you couldn't attend the lesson due to any other reason, this is where it can help you out. Okay, the videos. How can you access? I'm not too sure if you know or not. Whether you know or not, let me explain. Okay, this is how you go to the Google Drive, right? That's how you. Of course, you must log in first. Log in, then go to Google Drive. Then to look for everything that I uploaded, those videos, full answers, do you see on the left-hand side, you have menu there, you click share with me, then you can see that folder. Okay, of course, I won't see it here because I don't share with myself, right? This is something I own. Okay, if you get into the Google Drive, you click share with me, then the folder will appear here. Okay, then you can watch those things that I have uploaded. Get the idea, yeah? If you cannot access, then you let me know in the WhatsApp, okay? No problem, Annabelle. Please have a good rest after the vaccination. Okay, no problem. So you can watch the video. Okay, one of you just had vaccination this morning, so it's okay. Have a good rest. Okay, now we continue. Okay, so this is the equation, okay? This is the equation. Now make use of this equation. We solve certain questions. You go to page number 24. Come to page number 24. I let you try first, okay? So I think you should try first. Then you understand the challenge of it. And then if you got it wrong, and then I explain, you would learn it much better. Okay, you begin. You look at this question and try. Once you have the answer, let me know in the chat box. Okay, as usual, set the timer. 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. 2.5 lah. It's the first time you do such a question. Okay, you may begin. Meanwhile, I go to the washroom for a minute. Okay, can see that one of you has given me an answer, which is a correct answer. Good. I wait for the other two of you. Okay, time's up. Okay, patient not sure. Maybe you have not seen such a question before, but don't worry. It's quite like mathematics here. You plug in all the numbers, put in all the numbers you have into the equation, then you find the missing number, like algebra question. Okay, but not sure if you know what is algebra. Okay, algebra, maybe you know to do the questions for algebra, but you don't know what it means. Okay, it's about finding the missing figure. Okay, let's see. both of you who have given answers, you got it right. Answer is B. Answer is B. Okay, how to get B? You have opening capital. This is opening capital. And you have NCA, you have CA, you have CL. Why you don't have NCL? Is it okay to have no NCL? Of course, okay. That means you don't have a long-term loan. You don't have NCL. You have drawings, okay, and they ask you to find profit or loss. So you can recall these are the things that appear in that lengthy equation. So put into that equation NCA plus, sorry, I copied the wrong figure. NCA plus CA, okay. Then opening capital plus profit for the year, which is the missing figure. P stand for profit here, okay? I just want to save time. Minus drawing. Okay. Is there additional capital in this question? Is it a must to have additional capital? Is it a must to have invested more money during the year? Not necessary, right? If don't have, then it's not here, okay? If there's no additional capital, then it's not here. Then, okay, don't forget to cross off numbers you have used. 90,000 used, these two have been used, 19,000 has been used. Okay, left with what? Left with liabilities. Then you can get the P as a positive number, $12,000. If you get a negative number, answer is A. If you get a positive number, then answer is B. Patient, okay with this? Can understand how to do now? Okay, yeah, good. Now, let's do a few more which are the same like this. You go to page 25, go to page 25. You try both of these together, okay? And then you tell me your answer to both of these questions together in the chat box, okay? 32 and 11. Okay, I wait for you. Set the timer also. Okay, 4 minutes, 16 seconds. Okay, 2.5 minutes left. Okay, about 1 minute left. Okay, time's up. Jason, your choice. The other two uh, of you have done. Okay, let's discuss. Question 31. Sorry, 32, 32. So you can see it's slightly different from what you did just now, right? Because they ask you to choose the correct equation. Okay, the equal sign is here, equal sign is here, equal sign is here, equal sign is here. So you don't have an option here. You have to see which is correct by going through one by one. How do you know which is correct? Come up with the correct equation yourself first. Then you see which one matches. Take note, they don't break down the assets. They have not broken down the liabilities. Okay, so don't break them down. Keep them fresh in the accounting equation. A equal to, okay, opening capital plus profit minus drawing. Is there additional capital in any of the equation here? Additional capital? Or you call it capital introduced? Don't have, right? That means just leave it. There's no additional capital, or you call it capital introduced plus liabilities. So this is the correct equation, okay, following the accounting equation sequence. Now, how to see which is correct? You have to rearrange this equation to see which one matches. Yes, I know it's tedious, it's a lot of work, but that's the only way. If you don't try to write down and you try to rearrange it in your mind, okay, there's a 99% chance that you will make a mistake. So you see how I do. First one, we have to put the closing capital aside in the equation. Is there closing capital in this equation? No. So A is wrong. Okay, because it's impossible to have all this together, right? Okay, it has been replaced with opening capital plus drawing plus profit minus drawing. So A is wrong. A is wrong. Okay, now B, you have to put the opening capital plus profit at one side, meaning you have to maintain the position of these two here. Then you bring drawing to the other side, bring liability to the other side. Get the idea? To match the B. So A plus D, you know mathematics, right? When you move something to the other side of the equal sign, when you move something to the other side of the equation, you change the sign. Minus to positive, positive to negative, right? So that's why I put a plus here. Minus liability equal to opening capital plus profit. So is B the answer? No, right? Why? Because the sign is different. For drawing, it's supposed to be a plus here, but they have minus here. That's their mistake. Agree? Okay, so B is wrong. That's how you decide that's wrong. Okay, yeah, it's okay. We are learning from the question, right? Okay, then is the C the answer then? Okay, then you try again. Okay, try again. You arrange it by writing down. You have to put the profit at one side. All other things move to the other side. Agree? Okay. I think we can make use of this equation. We move the opening capital to the other side, shall we? Move the opening capital to the other side. Then you can get the desired equation. A plus D minus L plus, sorry, not plus, right? Minus. Okay, move opening capital to the other side, becomes negative number. Plus, so equal to P. Is C the answer? So check the sign one by one. Positive assets, positive liability, sorry, positive drawing, minus liability, minus opening capital, equal to positive profit. Okay, no problem. Answer is C. That's how you answer. Okay, so that's how you choose the C as the answer. Now, to confirm that the D is wrong, let me do it again. So let's see what is the quickest way. I think we can just refer, right? We need to have the assets at one side, which is the same as this, right? Okay, so check the sign. What is the problem? Plus opening capital, okay, no problem. Plus profit, okay, no problem. Minus drawing, okay, no problem. Plus liability, but they minus liability, which is wrong. That's why D is not the answer. Okay, patient Jason Daima, you get to understand how to solve this question?
Yeah.
Okay, good, well done. Okay, now we look at question 11. How may his profit for the year be calculated? This question is slightly different. They don't show you assets, they don't show you liabilities. Why? Because they are just focusing on the C of the equation. A equal to C plus L, right? They're asking you to focusing on the C, get the capital C. Because if you look through all the items here, you have all the items that belong to the capital section. You have closing capital here, drawing, capital introduced, opening capital, profit for the year. Okay, so this question, you have to have the capital section only. So in the capital section, you start with opening capital, plus profit for the year, minus drawing, plus additional capital. Additional capital means the same as capital introduced, you remember? I show you. When you were doing the sample with me, I've written here, capital introduced, same as additional capital. Okay. For yeah, scrolling down. Okay, now come back to here. And then equal to closing capital. Okay, now rearrange it to have the P at one side. Why? Because they want you to find profit for the year. So leave the P alone, move all other things to the other side. Okay, begin with P equal to closing capital minus opening capital plus drawing, change the sign, right? Minus additional capital. Is this the answer? Yes. Answer is D. You check the sign. You know what I'm doing, right? I'm moving this, and this to the other side of the equation. Okay, so check the sign. Positive closing capital. Okay, A, B, C, and D all are correct. Positive closing capital. Minus opening capital. Okay, I see this, see this, see this. Okay, all of them have minus closing capital, no problem. Plus drawing. I only see it here. Okay. And that means A and B are wrong because they should plus drawing. And then last one, minus additional capital. So D is correct. C is wrong. Why? Why C is wrong? Because they plus capital introduced. Should be a minus here. Okay, so answer is D. Okay, so that's how you solve it. Usually, the school teacher would not teach you this lengthy equation when they are teaching you the SOFP. because there's a topic known as incomplete records. Okay, there's a chapter known as incomplete records in your textbook, in your school textbook. And incomplete records means they give you a lot of numbers and then there's an unknown to find. There's an unknown to find for all the questions in this chapter, known as incomplete records. But if you go through all my chapters in my book, the books that you have with me, I don't have this topic incomplete records because I don't see that is necessary. It's basically a bit here and there from certain topics, they combine into one single topic known as incomplete records. Okay, but whenever there is a need to learn something from incomplete records, like here, then I would mention it. Okay, don't worry, my materials are complete with all the things you need to know. Okay, so this is how you solve it, finding the missing figure. I'll let you try one more. Go to the next page. You try question 31. Once you're done, tell me your choice. This time, it should be less challenging to you. I give you the standard 2 minutes time. You should have gotten the idea. Okay, I wait for you. Okay, about half a minute left. Okay, time's up. Okay, so let's see how to solve it. Maybe Naima is still doing, okay, but you see how I solve it now. It's asking you to find profit for the year, okay? And this is the year end. They say this is the year end. So what day is this? 1st August 2016, what day is that? If you try to observe the dates and you are number sensitive, you should be able to observe that this is the beginning of the year. This is the first day of the year. So you call this as opening capital. That's opening capital. They give you some assets, give you some liabilities, then they give you drawings. Are these the items that appear in the lengthy equation? Yes, right. So again, come up with the equation, put these numbers in, find the missing figure. Begin with assets. Do you need to break down the assets? Don't have to. They give you the total figure, 75,000. Continue with opening capital, 25,000 plus, okay, once you cross it off, plus profit for the year, which is the missing figure, minus drawing, 75,000, Is there additional capital in this question? No, don't have. Is there liability? Yes. So, anybody wants to change your answer? Okay, so Naima, you can come up with the answer now, I believe. And Jason has to change answer. Okay, I wait for you to change. Then you tell me another choice. Good, Naima, correct. Okay, Jason, I wait for you. Change your answer. Okay, not too sure what you are doing. Okay, yeah, maybe the line is not good. Okay, good, Jason. Correct. Well done. Okay. Naima told me about her equation. You took C minus drawing plus profit. It should be a plus here. We should have plus. You should have plus the liability. Okay, there should be a plus here. Okay, so I think we have to get used to the equation first. Okay, you must first learn how to expand that A equal to C plus L. If you know how to expand correctly, then you will not have any problem. Okay, so I think it's a matter of getting used to it. Okay, so I think we have done enough questions on that. Okay, let's try one more, which is slightly different. They describe the scenario using a lot of words. Let me show you. Let me first check other parts. Okay. Come, page 25. One more MCQ here. Question 18. Okay, now try this. Is about the equation as well, but it's slightly simpler. Not many numbers here. Okay, once you're done trying, you let me know your choice. Okay, I wait for you. Standard time 2 minutes. Okay, about 20 seconds left. Okay, time's up. Let's see how to solve it. It's asking you how much cash did Abdul introduce. Whenever you see the word introduce, it means additional capital. Okay, the owner put things into the business. The owner invest things into the business. Sometimes it can be money, sometimes it can be any other thing. Started a business by transferring his own vehicle to the business at a valuation of 9,000. Okay, let me explain to you what it means here. You see, if your business needs a car, must you buy a new car? Of course, no. Okay, if you already have a personal car, I think it makes sense to use it in your business, right? Okay, not logical to buy new car in your business. So this is what Abdul is doing. Abdul puts personal car into the business. This is also known as capital introduce. This is also known as capital introduce, or you call it as additional capital. Putting things into the business, okay? Investment from owner. And they say that it's worth 9,000. It's worth 9,000. And also some money in the form of cash. So this is what Abdul is doing. Abdul put a car into the business. Abdul also invest some cash into the business. But do you know how much is that amount of cash? We do not know. This is the missing figure. This is the missing figure. Okay. These two together, we call it as opening capital because it says started. Okay, this is opening capital. $9,000 plus some amount of cash that you do not know how much it is. I use the capital letter C to make it stand for the missing figure. Okay, C is the missing figure, which is the amount of cash which we do not know. In the first year of trading, profit was 2,000. It is profit for the year. Okay, when you see the single profit means profit for the year. So you plus profit for the year, right? Agree? In the SOFP capital section, you begin with opening capital, then plus profit for the year, then you minus drawing. Do you have drawings in this question? I don't see it anywhere. Is it necessary to have drawings every year? Of course, no. Okay. So ignore it. Do you have additional capital during the year? I mean, when you started the business, you put some things into it. Then halfway through the business, did you put more things besides the 9,000 and some cash? No. At the end of the year, capital becomes this figure, which is the closing capital. This is closing capital. Now, can you find the missing figure? Yes. You have an equation here, 9,000 plus C plus 2,000 equal to 51,000. So, Naima and Jason, your answer? Okay, I've calculated. Good, correct, Jason? Okay, give a few more seconds to Naima. Yes, correct answer is A. Okay, so the same kind of question, but described in different way. Okay, the Cambridge is very creative. Okay, so they can come up with anything. Okay, they can rephrase a lot of things here. Okay, now let's see the next thing. For your information, page 27, which is the last page of part 2, these two questions you can settle on your own, okay? They ask you to do income statement and SOFP. There are two questions here, 9.5a and 9.6a. Okay, they're asking you to do income statement and SOFP. Okay, once again, after today, I will send you the full answers for the part 2 as well. Okay, just like what I did for the part 1 just now, I uploaded the part 1 full answer. So these two questions leave to you. Don't even have to show me your answers after you have done. Just mark yourself with the mark scheme. Okay, we see one last thing before we dismiss. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Go to the first page of the question. Page 20, page 20. Okay, there's some tasks for you to do here. Okay. Here is a question about Ayesha. They ask you to prepare Ayesha's income statement and also the SOFP. So for the purpose of writing the heading, you can copy the line I have highlighted in green. Which one do you prepare first? Do you prepare SOFP first? Of course, no. You prepare income statement first. Because you need to have the profit for the year figure, right? Then you prepare SOFP. This question is a bit different from what we did earlier, those that I discussed with you. So let's see. Ayesha is a business advisor. So try to imagine whether or not you have come across any business advisor. So we try to imagine what would a business advisor do. They will advise people on how to run the business, right? They must be the experts, right? Okay, they must be the experts who teach people how to run a good business. I'm not too sure if you have come across any business coach. Okay, there's a career known as business coach. That means they coach people on doing businesses. I show you one example. If you are interested, you can look it up onto the internet. A professional business coach. Okay, because a few years ago, I came across this person's profile somewhere. Okay, I attended a talk from this person. Okay, so this is where he stays, the business office, okay, Publica, Kuala Lumpur. Okay, business coach. Okay, very popular. Okay, business growth expert. Okay, very rich, very rich. And he reads a lot of books. Okay, so this is an example, business advisor. Okay, so business growth expert. How to become a business growth expert? I don't think it's an easy thing to do. Okay, I don't have any tips for you to become a business growth advisor, but I think it's something that is gifted, maybe. Okay, maybe he's very intelligent. Okay, or due to any other reason. Okay, so business advisor, do you think they have goods? Do you think they have goods? They don't have. Their asset is their mouth, right? Their asset is their mouth. So what business is this? This business is a service business. Okay. All the while, you have been doing income statement for trading business because you see inventory, right? Opening inventory, closing inventory. You have the sales figure, you have the purchases figure. All these refer to goods, right? Remember the six terms that refer to goods? These 6 terms refer to goods. Purchases means goods. Opening inventory means goods. Sales means goods. Closing inventory means goods. Sale returns means good. Purchase returns means goods. Focusing on this table that you have in your notes, for trading businesses, they need to have the trading section. So recall, what is trading section? Trading section means the income statement first part, starting with revenue all the way to gross profit. That is the trading section. For service businesses, do you need to have trading section in the income statement? Answer is no. Okay, no trading section because they don't have goods. They don't have to find out. They don't have to find out how much money they have made from selling their goods because they don't have goods anyway. Get the idea? So the question that I showed you just now, that's a question that shows to you how you do an income statement for service business. Look throughout the question. Do you have sales figure? Do you have inventory, opening inventory, closing inventory? Do you see purchases? Do you see sales returns? Do you see purchase returns? Answer is no, right? Okay. Now, how to do this? Her financial year ends on this day. Okay, we already know. Based on this, okay, they have given you the year end here as well. Provided the following info. Sorry, following trial balance. Okay, what a trial balance is, I tell you in the future. Okay, for now, just take this as a list of items given to us. You will learn trial balance in part 5. Okay, so What capital is this? Opening, right? This is opening capital. Drawings, premises. Okay, let's classify, shall we? Also follow the rules. Draw lines, put the numbers into batches so you would not take the wrong figure. Okay. Classify, okay, then classify. This in the SOFB. Do together with me, okay? Classify together. It's in the capital section. If your eyes are fast, you can also do something like this. Capital section, NCA, NCA. Now you see something unusual. Fees from clients. Later I show you how to deal with this. Okay, fees from clients. What to do with it? Is in the income statement. Okay, let me tell you where you should put it first. You should put it into the income statement. It will become your first item in your income statement. Okay, it's in the income statement first item. Insurance, income statement, expense section. Printing and stationery, income statement, expense section. Same goes to this income statement, expense. Rent is an other income. Rent is an other income. Rent received, right? I know it's written as receivable. It's actually quite misleading. Receivable means something to be received. Sounds like a current asset. Looks like trade receivable here. Receivable means to be received in the future, right? Making it as an asset, right? Yeah, it's a mistake made by the IGCSE from Cambridge. In the future, if you happen to study accounting, then this is actually known as rent received instead. Okay, not rent receivable. When you have the word able at the back, it becomes a current asset instead, actually. But what the Cambridge intended here is actually other income. Okay, if you see the full answer afterwards. So this is other income in the income statement. Trade receivable, bank overdraft, cash, these are in the SOFP. What is bank overdraft? Remember, you learned it in part 1. It's a negative bank balance bank account. We owe the bank money. We have over withdrawn money from the bank. It's a current liability. This is current asset. Okay, so I have helped you. Okay, why isn't there inventory? Once again, there's no goods here, so no opening inventory. Sorry, there's no inventory, okay, throughout the whole question. There's no goods. Okay, now how should you start with the income statement? So I've helped you to classify, okay? Finishing the rest should not be a problem. So you don't need to have the trading section. I just roughly show you how to start, okay, for the income statement. Then the rest you do them as usual. So no trading session, right? No trading session. Don't start with sales. No sales here. No cost of sales here. Don't have gross profit here. I told you that the first item is fees from clients. So, right, how would you know? If I'm not here, how would you know fees from client is the first item? You would know easily, clearly, okay? You would see a special item about how he gets money from customer. Okay, fees from clients means the money that Ayesha can collect from customer, right? Those Ayesha customers will pay money to Ayesha, right? Okay, that's fee from client. So logically, instead of having sales, you should have something to replace it. Sales refer to money that you can get from selling goods to customer. So instead of that, you have fees from clients. Also, money that you can receive from your customer. Okay, yeah, that's why fees from client is the first item here. 65950. Then other income section. Remember, we saw an other income here. The rent receivable. So you write the subheading, other income, draw a line for this. Then you write rent receivable. There's only one other income in this question, meaning you can put the number to the rightmost. Then, so you add, okay, you add these two together, then you put a figure here. After that, less expenses section. The rest, you do them the usual way. Okay, do all the way to the end of the income statement. Show profit for the year or loss for the year here. Okay, depending on whether it's positive or negative number. That's how you can finish it. Okay, so this can become your homework as well. You do on your own, check the answers yourself. Check the answers yourself. Okay, once again, I will upload the full answers into the Google Drive folder as well. Okay, so good night, everyone. If you have problems, have questions to ask, you can ask me in the WhatsApp, okay, from time to time, once again. Okay, good night, everyone. Have a nice day. No problem, Naima. Bye. Okay, bye, Jason.